Hey guys! We're so excited to be with y'all today and talk about this awesome book, Blue, which we have so enjoyed reading, and we hope you guys have too. I'm Patricia. Hi, Samuel.
Hey Charlotte, my name's Brittany.
Hey Anthony, I'm Kinnamon.
Hey Hunter, I'm Hope.
Hey Sam, I'm Shawna.
Hey Anderson, I'm Stephanie.
And we're just going to get started on what the book was talking about with polio.
So first I want to define polio for you in case you don't have an exact definition. Polio is defined as a virus that may cause you to lose movement within your limbs. So it could be your legs, your arms, anything that you basically use every day you would lose movement of.
Just a couple facts about polio. In 1979 was the last record of polio, and there's no specific vaccination, just therapy and bed rest to help you with your polio. So when Ann Faye gets diagnosed with polio, they do the wool exercises with her and the warm water to help her get her muscles back moving.
And just a quick question for you. How would you react if someone in your family had polio? So for me, if my sister had polio, I think I would try to do just my best to be able to help her and stay comfortable and just hope and pray for the best. Next, we wanted to talk about what an epidemic is.
So an epidemic is a large spread of an infectious disease within a community at a specific time. So in blue, it's polio, but there's other instances of epidemics throughout the world in history. So another question we have is, can you think of another epidemic?
Also with epidemics, something that may strike interest to you or something that may remind you of an epidemic is before you come to school, schools require you to get certain shots, and this may be something you don't want to do at first, but it is to prevent huge diseases and epidemics like polio. For instance, the chickenpox. You may or may not have had chickenpox, but I know that most students have to have that type of shot so that you don't get chickenpox and you don't spread it to your whole school. How crazy would that be for your whole entire class to be out since you all had chickenpox? Insane.
A huge epidemic.
So next we wanted to talk about President Roosevelt from the book.
So Franklin D. Roosevelt, he was the 32nd president, I believe. Yes, the 32nd president of the United States. And he actually had the disease of polio. And he was, so he had paralysis, and at the age of 39 in 1921, he had polio. And he was dealing with this crippling disease, and though it was very difficult, many people did realize that he was struggling. However, he hid it very well, and he was a very strong president who could handle the disease with grace.
So here's another question just for you guys to think about. What does President Roosevelt represent to Ann Faye and other polio patients in the book?
So we found a quote on page 114, chapter 16, that answered this question for us, and it starts, "The handle on every tool was made of the same thing, hickory wood. I knew it by its straight grain, and my daddy had told me tool handles are made of hickory because it don't break easy. Same as he told me Roosevelt was tough as hickory. For some reason, that hickory wood gave me the gumption to do that job. I told myself I was tough as President Roosevelt and a hickory nut tree put together." So we took it to mean that Ann Faye thinks that she's just as strong as the president even though he had polio. So we want to know what quote you guys can find in the book.
So after y'all went and looked into what other quotes would go along with that and how she connected it to Roosevelt, we also thought of the question, and it's our ending question, in what ways does polio help shape Anna Faye during the time Bobby has polio as well as during when she has polio? So whenever you think of whenever Bobby had it, what did it go and drive her to do more while she was at home? And then even mentally, how did it go and how did it change her views whenever she went and had polio and was in the hospital? So we just want y'all to sit there and think and reflect on that for a little bit. But it was really great to get to talk to y'all, and we hope y'all have a great rest of the week at school.
Bye, guys.
Bye.